Hey everybody, thanks for checking us out here today. My name is Jordan, and today we are going to take you around and show you the day in the life here on the farm at J&L Green Farm.
What do I need it for?
Let's do this. So the first thing that we do every morning is go out and check all the animals, feed and water them. Second week of March, and spring's not quite here, but winter is pretty much pulling away, so we've got a lot of getting things out on the field, getting our water system turned back on, a lot of work getting ready for spring to happen. So you'll see I've got chickens coming into our brooder next week, got a lot of piglets on the farm, a lot of movement is starting to happen, our water system is back on, a lot of moving pieces happening.
Why, do you want your hair cut like Daddy's? Yeah? Okay. Alright, turn.
So one of the things we use a lot on the farm is portable netting and fencing for the animals. So this is one of our charging units that was having problems the other day, and we got to do a few repairs on it to get it back together and get it back out in the field and into service. If you're wondering what these units do, on the back side here there's a solar panel. When the lid's closed, it's pointing towards the sun. That's generating electricity that's stored in these batteries here. And then down in here is this little energizer unit, which takes the 12 volts from the batteries and spools it up to about 10,000 volts. And that's what goes out into our fence, whether it's the portable netting or the wire that we use for the cows and the pigs. And it pulses through the line, about 1 pulse per second. And the way that it works is it will give the animal enough of a shock if they touch the fence that they'll think twice about going there again, but it's not enough to actually hurt them. So this whole unit is called an energizer or a fence charger, one of the beauties of modern technology that we can use on the farm here. Relatively safe now, as long as we don't touch metallic objects from the positive to negative terminals. So we're set here. So close this. Let's see if it works. I don't know if you can hear the ticking. Sounds like it's working. All right, we're set. Another tool back together and take it back out in the field. So my typical morning routine on the farm these days is a little bit more management oriented. We've got a couple people that are working with us now that handle a lot of the chores and animal care first thing in the day. That frees up Laura's time and my time to handle office work or any kind of outside the norm tasks that come up. So right now we're taking that charger we just repaired down to where the cows are, and we're going to swap it out with one that's there that may just need a recharge as well. So my morning routine is going to be a little bit different every day. A lot of email, just looking at numbers for the business, talking with clients and vendors. But today we've got a bunch of stuff going on, so we'll be driving a little bit. So what we're doing here, there's two clips on these chargers. One is the negative or ground or neutral. That goes on the grounding rod here. The other one is your positive or hot lead. And that's what goes on your fence. Just like that. Hook them up, click the unit on. Hopefully you carry around one of these little devices with you. but this is called a fault finder or a fence tester. And what this does, push this button here, and this will tell us how much spark is going through the fence here. 4.75, so that's 5,000 volts, which is pretty good. But what I'm going to do is double check it by hooking this hot lead directly up. And as long as we're pretty close from our hot lead to our fence, that typically will mean we are good on our line. Grab the old one here, and we're set. So a lot of what we do is checking on things. We let the animals do as much of the work as possible of eating and moving, and our job is just to make sure that the fence is hot, they have water, they have the appropriate kind of food, and then we let them do their thing. Hey man, it's Jordan Green at J&L Green Farm. Just touching base with you on this fence project, see where your schedule is at. So give me a call back, shoot me a text when you get a chance. Bye. What? What are you doing?
What are you doing?
I'm working on stuff. Alright, so you want to stick with 10:30ish? Everything seems good on this one.
Hey, morning.
Alright, so back on the road again. We're rolling down to get a load of barley, which is one of the ingredients we use in our pig feed. And we're getting this from a local farm. It's about 5 miles away. And we go down and get a wagon load at a time. So we're headed out that way.
Every day is of course very different, but if I am going to be home and I'm going to deliveries, then I'm either working on the computer, responding to emails, answering phone calls, just keeping up with the back end of what's going on. So then put together some orders. We have a farm store, so I'm putting together orders pretty much on a daily basis of whether it's going to the drop sites or to the restaurants, wholesale places, co-ops and things. In the morning, I'm always thinking, what am I cooking for dinner? So sometimes I'm ahead of the game, get things defrosted. Sometimes I'm a last minute person. That's always in the back of my mind of figuring out what am I gonna make today. So for a day that I'm just not going anywhere, computer work, keeping up the house, schoolwork and chores, answering any phone calls, have the farm store that's open frequently. So yeah, that's about it. So today, since I didn't think ahead and defrost, I'm just gonna throw in some frozen chicken breast, because I know I'm gonna be gone tonight, so I need to make sure that I can feed the family. Now, the pigs love me because I give them some food, just, you know, scraps and whatever I have from produce and whatnot. They get to eat. After I fill up the bucket, Jordan takes it out and gives it to the pigs. They get pretty excited about that. Green Farms Laura speaking. Yeah. Good. How are you doing today? Awesome. Bye. I would also say if you're not gonna do chicken, with this mix, a pork loin roast is really good in the same mixture of like cilantro and peppers and onions. And then I'm gonna do a jar of salsa to go with it. That's really good. Corn in there. Start in 2 hours. He'll probably end around like 5 o'clock, and then by the time the steam comes off, they could open it up. You know, if they don't do anything, they can open it up by 6 o'clock. Have dinner cooked and ready to go.
All right, so pulling up here to get loaded up with this barley. All right, we got our load of barley, so it's probably gonna be about 8,000 pounds. We're actually gonna go down to a plant here that has a scale that we use to weigh it. And this is the long, slow trip for us. We do about 25 miles an hour or more. This trailer starts to bounce around a little bit, so let's go down the road nice and slow, listen to some country music. We are back. So a lot of people ask us where we get the feed from. So for our pig feed, we get GMO-free corn and the barley, which is very local, which is also going to be GMO-free, and we get peanuts from a peanut mill in North Carolina. Now, what's really neat is these peanuts are waste peanuts, so it's what falls out of the machine or falls out of the bags as they are sorting through them. And so we're able to recover those and use them in our pig feed, utilizing a waste product, which we know wasted food's a big hot button issue right now. And we're able to blend together different combinations of those 3 ingredients as well as minerals to make a real high quality pig feed that we use for our sows, our piglets, and our finishing pigs. We're gonna move a set of pigs on pasture. So what we're doing is he's moving over the shade structure in the water and the feed. Once he's through, we park the machine in the old paddock, and then we put the net back up, and when we have them contained in the new area, they're good to go. So kind of late afternoon here in the fall, winter, early spring, we usually wrap up stuff around 3:30, 4 o'clock. So got David going around feeding pigs. I'm just checking up on some different sets, getting water out to different guys, and hopefully everything's good for the evening. We can wrap it up and be done before dark. So get to see a little bit of the woods here, guys. This is a set of sows that have been running through the woods all winter. They should be having their piggies here in a month or so. But for now, they're just chilling, waiting for their supper to show up. Looks hardly used.
Really nice. I mean, all of the paint is still there. Underneath,
Right.
This is the boldest tire that we've got here.
Okay.
But other than that, these tires are looking really nice. And I mean, the engine is looking good.
All right. Well, it looks pretty good to me.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go take it for a spin. She said I was allowed to drive it.
All right. We're wrapping up here.
All right. Love you. Bye.
Bye. is a bigger group of piglets here. They're a little bit older, and these guys will be getting weaned off here pretty soon. But for now, they're still out here with their moms. What the box does here is it lets the piglets go in and eat a little bit of feed, but it keeps the sows from getting in there. So that way the piglets can eat whenever they want to. It's also a special blend of feed for them, and the sows have to eat out of the tires. So that about wraps up our day here on the farm. We're done before dark, so we'll call this day a success. But thanks for hanging around and seeing what a day in our life looks like here at J&L Green Farm. We'll be doing more of these throughout the year, so we'll see you again very soon. Y'all take care.